What's going on, fellow gamers? Flips here. We are back on PlanetSide 2. Have not played this game in a minute, so we're actually going to make a new character so I can go through the tutorial and everything. Plus, a lot of people still don't know about this game. I think it came out in like 2012, but it's still pretty awesome. I still enjoy playing it. There's still tons of people that play. I don't know if it's crossplay. I would think it is, because I don't think all these people are just on PlayStation. But I don't know. We can always Google it and find out. But these are the teams that you can play for. So you have the Vanu Sovereignty, you have the Terran Republic, and you have New Conglomerate. And then they did add in the NS Operatives. So if you read there at the bottom, the NS Operatives, in order for you to play them, you already have to have a level 20 character, which I think I have a 39. But then you basically make a new character. You can pick him. Basically what these do is it will let you fight for the team that has the least amount of people in there. We're going to go with the Terran Republic like we always do because of the red. I want to point out, even before we get started with this, I want to point out that if you pick the red team, please, for the love of God, do not shoot red players. I've done it myself, sometimes on purpose because I'm just an a-hole, but sometimes on accident, because every time I play this game I had to remind myself, whatever team you're playing for, the other teams are going to show up as that color. What I mean by that is when you join the Terran Republic, all the players around you are going to show up as red. In any other game, that would make you think, hey, they're enemies, shoot the enemies. No, the red are teammates. So it goes off of their color. So if you're playing as the Vanu Sovereignty, all of your teammates are going to be purple. Terran Republic, all your teammates are going to be red. And New Conglomerate, all your teammates are going to be blue. So basically, if you're playing as purple, you should be shooting at red and blue. If you're playing as red or as Terran Republic, you should be shooting at purple and blue. And if you're playing as New Conglomerate, then you should be shooting purple and red. That's literally how everyone shows up on the map. That's how they show up when they're in your crosshairs, everything. So just be very careful with that. Now, there's a lot to this game. I don't know how much of the tutorial we're actually going to go through. As you can see right now, there's only one US server. I don't know if that's because it's just PlayStation. What? I have no idea. It says the population right now is 32% for our faction. There's 34 of both the other ones. So technically on this server, the Terran Republic are underdogs. But I'll tell you what, they win a lot. At least when I play. I'm not saying it's me who's turning the tide or anything, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. Alright, and we're going to pick a male. We will go with just a normal guy. Now, this is part of why I recreated a new character. Because... let's see if I can remember how to spell Eclipse. My other character has its Chaos 842003. If you guys look at my extremely old videos, that was my PSN way back in the day. I switched it to Chaos Eclipse when I was able to pin down the YouTube Chaos Eclipse. So let's see if... yep, it's already taken. Okay. So, let's stay with Chaos Eclipse and we'll just add a plays in there with a Z because we're cool. Chaos Eclipse plays. Non-profane name, so we can't be using profanity. Let's do plays with an S. We'll just do Chaos Plays, and we'll still do a Z. There we go, Chaos Plays. Alright, and then select. Alright, so Terran Republic, Genudyne, I have no idea. Male, and we're using the first space. Let's jump in here. I don't know if there's an actual story that it's going to show or anything like that, but we will see here. So let's find out. Alright, so it's going to start us in the sanctuary. We have battle cash to claim. It tells you that all the time. I'll explain the battle cash later. Battle cash, you need real money. The game can be considered play to win. But I don't look at it that way because to me it's not. See, that's a bad guy. But we're in the sanctuary, so I can't really do anything about him. Alright, so... And actually on the mini-map he is showing up as red. Maybe it's just because it's saying, hey, friendly, don't shoot him. Warp gate. Is there no tutorial? I could have swore there was a tutorial. Do I have to trigger the tutorial somehow? Missions? View missions? Training, heavy assault, blah blah blah. Okay, so I have to click on these? Let's accept all of them. And then... Okay. So... It's not telling us to go anywhere. Alright, kill enemy players as a heavy. Earn experience, absorb damage, blah blah. Okay, so it's all just... So it's not gonna do a tutorial. I guess there isn't one anymore. Or maybe there never was, I don't know. So, I can at least go over what I know for you guys. So down there you'll see the purple arrow, the red arrow, and the blue arrow. I think those are to deploy to different areas. But you can also use this here, what we were just looking at, this warp gate map. So the warp gate map is basically going to show which maps are currently being used and where you can deploy. So if we click on this, you can see there is only one place right now that we can go to, which is Indar, which normally, actually, we should be able to go there. It's interesting that we can't. So normally there's only one area unlocked anyway. I don't think that's an actual VR map. That's just VR training. Oh look, experience with all weapons, vehicles, attachments in your empire. Okay, so let's go there. We'll go to VR training. But normally there's only one map unlocked, and what happens is all three factions fight over that one map. Then it'll say, like, it'll be timed, but it's a long time. So it'll be timed, be like something like 5 hours or something like that. And then when one of the factions basically has like, well, at the end of the time, whichever faction has the most people there, that will be the faction that'll win. So this is the training area. It'll just let you test everything. So basically we can come over here to the weapon sync. It is called, it doesn't say what it's called. Okay, basically it's a weapon sync. You can see there. Oh wait, there it is. Equipment terminal. And then we can come up to it, hold square. You can pick out your equipment. So if you look at the very top, there's a lot of stuff going on the screen. I know it's overwhelming, especially if you're a new player. That's probably why a lot of people don't play this, just because it can be overwhelming. But I'm pretty sure there is a tutorial, like an actual tutorial that it walks you through if you're a new player. I think it's just registering that I have a level 39, so it's not going to do it. But if you look at the very top where it says Infiltrator, Light Assault, Combat Medic, Engineer, Heavy Assault, and Max, those are the characters that have presets that you can look at. So if we hit L1, right now we're on Light Assault, that's why it's bigger. So if we hit L1, this is your Infiltrator, and I'll go over all the equipment in a minute. I'm just showing you guys the classes first. So that's your Infiltrator. Then you have your Light Assault. You have your Combat Medic. You have your Engineer, your Heavy Assault, and your Max. Now your Max, if I remember correctly, you cannot use this right off the bat. If you look up in the top right, there are 4 little icons up there, right under where it says R1. The BC, that one I believe is actually buying credits. The one under that, I'm not sure. Then the top right, next to the BC, looks like a circle with like an arrow going through it. That one is stuff that you earn based on how many kills you're getting and stuff like that. You have to basically buy the max using those credits. I think a max costs, you know what, I'm not even going to say, I don't know. There is a price on the max. It'll tell you what the price is when you're trying to buy it, or if you've already used one, it won't let you keep using it because they are super strong. They have a ton of armor. They have really good weapons. They're a little bit slow, but they stay alive a lot longer than almost anyone else. And then the last one there that says 750 up there, I don't know what that one is. That actually might be what you use it for. I don't know. Like I said, haven't played in a while. So let's go back to the Infiltrator. We'll start here. So you can see here the weapons. They mainly have a sniper. You can switch to a different type of weapon, I believe. Yeah, so all the weapons there at the top, you can see you can have a sniper rifle, you can have a scout rifle, SMG, heavy crossbow, or underwater weapons. Now, the underwater weapons, I don't know how those work, because you can only go in certain water. I don't think you can go in water on every single map. I think it's only one map that you can, which I'll show you the map that it was in a minute. But like I said, I haven't played in a while, so maybe they switched that too. I don't know. All these weapons are not unlocked for you. Right now they are, just because we're in the tutorial area. So if you guys want to check out the different weapons, if you want to see the damage that they do, now would be the time to go through and take a look and see what you're earning your way towards, because you can ultimately buy all of these weapons using just the credits you earn in the game, as far as I remember. So if we hit triangle on one of them, you can see there, it tells you like the drop off, it tells you the velocity, everything. So if you're point blank, you're basically doing, what is that, 300 or so? No. Yeah, 300 damage, but the drop off happens fairly quickly. If you're out at 360 yards, the max damage that you're doing, so if you're sniping from a distance, max damage you're going to be doing somewhere going to be around, what is that, 180? That's not 180. Because that's 190. It wouldn't be 280. That's like 100 difference right there. So it wouldn't even be 300 that you start at. That would be... Let me see. 310, 320, 340. So that'd be 340, 350, somewhere around there. 350 is the max damage you'd be doing. And then you'd be doing about 260, 270 if you're at the max range with the weapon. It's kind of hard to read, but basically what I'm doing, I can't point at my screen, guys. You see where it says the little graph that's there? It says damage / distance meters. So basically the 390 is that top bar, that's the really long one. The 290 is the middle bar, and then the 190 is the other bar. So basically you'd have to count the little lines in between there and figure out where it's at. But those are your snipers, like I said. There's your scout rifles. There's your SMGs, and there are more. You know, it does have like a little scroll menu there. You have a heavy crossbow, and then your underwater weapon, and then if you just wanted to look through all of them, they're right there. Now for your pistols, they are different. It's basically a secondary. It has to be a certain type of weapon for the pistols. So you have these as your pistols. You have crossbows. There's 3 of them. You have your underwater weapon, which it looks like there are none. And then this here is where it starts to get a little complicated, because depending on the different classes that you pick, you're only going to be able to pick certain things in here for your tools. So as you can see, the tool for this one, it's already set. You can't pick anything else in here. There's no other tools. So this is a recon detection device. It doesn't even tell you what it does, which kind of sucks. But basically it'll shoot like a little ping, and wherever that ping lands within a certain radius on your mini-map, it'll basically act as like a personal radar, and it'll ping any enemies that run through that radar. And then over here, it's going to get more complicated. So you have your cloak. There's 3 different types. These are what you can use with your infiltrator. If you go here, you have your grenades. So you have a frag grenade, a decoy grenade, which just it'll like ping on the what's it called? It'll ping on the can't think of it. It'll ping on the mini-map, and then it'll also, you can see there, it also does full automated infantry turrets and stuff like that. The EMP grenade is going to knock out anything that's using any type of electrical pulses. So if there's like another infiltrator in the area and you use this, it should kind of mess up their thing, and they'll be visible again. And then you have your timed EMP, which you can just kind of set and get out of there. Like I said, it gets really complicated in this area. You have your auxiliary shield, so this is basically your utility item. So instead of the auxiliary shield, you can also take a restoration kit, which just heals you. This one regenerates 12 for 12 seconds. This one gives it to you instantly, but I think it's less. So just be careful with the difference between these two. I think the restoration kit will heal you up all the way, but it takes 12 seconds to use the entire thing. And then this one will just heal you only a certain amount. Now, if you look under where it says medical kit, it has a description, it says upgrade. The upgrade, right under upgrade, you'll see 4 bars. But that upgrade, when you upgrade it once, that is what it will do the first time. So the first time it'll grant access to consumable medical kit that can be used to instantly restore users' health. The reason it's saying that is because we don't even have it yet. So basically, it's telling us to purchase it, and that's what we'll have access to. And then the next one will heal you for more. The one after that will heal you for more, things like that. And then you have claymores, you have your concussion mines. Those are pretty self-explanatory. This here is also based off of whatever your ability is. So for the infantry, or sorry, for the infiltrators, since they have cloaking devices, if you come down here, it will tell you how the cloaking devices can be used. So you have your chameleon mode. Well, no, I guess they are different. Your chameleon mode does work with the ability, though. It even says right there, restores 25% of your maximum cloaking energy when your shield is shattered. This one just gives you a boost to your armor. That one helps you with explosions. So you basically have to go through and just look at what you guys want, how you want to build your character. And then, of course, you have a melee weapon, which you won't have all of these. I think this one I got through PSN. There's other ones that I think I got through PSN as well. I think both of these. Any of the ones with like serrated edges like that, I think I got through PSN. And then these ones are probably ones that you'll be able to just get. I think this is the very first one that you start with. I don't remember. And then tactical, they don't have any. I don't even remember what tactical is. Appearance, eventually you can. This is if you guys want to start spending money on the game, or if you want to work your way up to it. It will take you a long time to be able to use these, but you can actually change the way your characters look. They do have quite a bit of stuff in here. Now, if you guys want to be able to get the what's it called? The purchasable coin per month, there is a monthly subscription. It is not required for you, but if you guys want to, it's $14.99 per month. But I also don't remember how much it gives you per month. I think I've done it once in the past. I don't want to say it all because the game is really old, so I probably have at some point. But they do have really cool stuff in here. I like a lot of these. That's why, well, no, I was going to say that's why my other character looks the way he does, but you guys haven't even seen him. Basically, he looks like a normal character, like that right there, except he has actual camo print. You guys can get gold trims and things like that. I don't know what that one is. I was just kind of highlighting the edges a little bit, I guess. This here, camo, I think I have. It's not green, I'll tell you that. I think it just looks like a normal camo, but it's red and black. And you guys were like, well, they're all normal camos. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know which one it is. This one? Maybe that one. I don't think it was that bright though. Like it looks more like that, but I think it was like less bright like that one is. No. Maybe. I don't know. You guys will have to be careful anyway though. Obviously, if you guys are picking something like this, it is going to make you easier to spot. So, I mean, if you're all for it, go for it. I have no problem with you guys doing whatever you want. I mean, do you, boo-boo? Oh, it might be, no. That looks more like metallic. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so just go through here, take a look at what you guys want. It looks like the ones that have like the little symbol that's there, those might be craftable, meaning you can eventually earn those, and then the other ones you probably have to purchase. That's just my assumption. Like I said, have not played in years. And then you have this here, which is your decal. This is just something that you can put on your character as like a like a symbol, like it'll show this, I think, when you or someone from your team captures the thing or whatever, like, because there'll be different points you can capture, which like I said, I'll go over all that in a second. Then down here you have implants. This is kind of where I started getting out of the game. Implants are basically extra boosts. Of course, it's not going to show any. I think these you have to actually earn. There's one that will give you different voices. There's one that will help you with your armor. There's one that will give you like an extra medical thing. Like, that's actually really complicated. And then with the appearance, I want to point out like the camo, the different skins, things like that. You can actually do that with these weapons and stuff as well. So if you take a look at your sniper rifle here, you go all the way to the right, you can see here that there are camos for the weapons as well. Oh wow, that matched perfectly. I did that on accident. Oh, okay, it's matching with the, okay, I'm an idiot. Alright, anyway, and then you can change the scopes, which will help you with, you know, just getting more range. So the one you're going to start with is probably that one, the ×7. They have a ×8, ×10, ×12. And then, what is this? Oh, dark flashlight. So these are annoying, because I like playing as an infiltrator. The dark flashlights actually help you spot people who are invisible, the infiltrator, because they can go invisible. You can actually see them using these dark flashlights. Well, the dark flashlight, and then they also have these two to help you with like stability or whatever else. But the dark flashlight is annoying. They have muzzles here. Someone's shooting right in my ear. So you can see there you can add a suppressor. I don't know if that stops you from appearing on the mini map. Yeah, it does look like it does. It says, and the player no longer appears on the mini map when firing. So you won't appear on the mini map, but for the most part, when you kill someone, it's not really a kill cam, but it'll show like a spot where it'll show where the shot came from. Like, it'll show a direction of where the shot came from, which I'll show you guys because I'm gonna die a lot. They have magazines, but they're not gonna have it on the snipers. You can see here on the pistol, you can pick the magazines. It's just different types of ammo. I think there are ones that actually increase the amount of ammo, like an actual magazine would, not just give you different ammo. And then, of course, like I said, you have the what's it called? The camo. So, and then if we go over to light assault, so they would use normally a shotgun. Actually, I guess this stuff is different. So instead of them using a sniper, they can't use a sniper at all. They can use carbines, which I say carbon. I know it's not carbon because carbon is C-A-R-B-O-N, but that's just how I pronounce it. So if you guys hear me say that, I'm sorry. But anyway, obviously you can't use a sniper with them, but you can use all of the weapons that are up here. So shotgun, carbon, SMG, heavy crossbow, and then you have your underwater weapon. Pistols, I think these are the same pretty much for everybody. So you have your pistols, your crossbows, your underwater weapons, that's your secondary. Now, this one, how they had the recon thing, in here you get a rocket rifle with the light assault. And then this is why I said it gets complicated in here, because when you're looking at your gear, this is all new gear. This is not the same as what the infiltrator have. So instead of you being able to go invisible, now you have like some type of jump jets. You have, basically they just make you like jump higher. It's kind of like having jetpack things on your feet. And then, like I said, with those little bars that are kind of invisible right above there, there's the 6 bars there. You can increase that even more, but you have to be able to earn the points, and you have to put points into it, things like that. So it can get kind of annoying with doing all that. Grenades, for the most part, a lot of them will be similar. So we still have the frag grenade. I think the other one had the flash grenade as well, but this one instead comes with a smoke grenade instead of the EMP. They have the quick detonation flash grenade, and then they have an impulse grenade. These are the same for the most part as well, except you get C4 instead of the claymore or the, what was it? I think it was concussion mine. So these are also going to change for utility. These will also change here. For the most part, you'll still have things that are similar. So you still have your nanoweave armor, you still have your flak armor, but now you get other things. So you have your grenade bandolier, you have your flight suit, which probably just lets you take less damage if you fall. Nope, that is for jumping out of the jets, which there are jets in this game. So basically you're going to have to go through, and what I would do, if this is your first time playing, what I would do is I would go through every single one of these. It's going to be a pain in the butt. You're going to hate it. I would go through every single one of these, not here in the training, but when you're actually in the game, I would go through every single one of these and set up every single character. What I mean by that is do one for infiltration, do one for light assault, one for combat medic, one for engineer, one for heavy assault, one for max. And you're like, I'm never going to use those other classes. I promise you, you will use every single class at one point or another. And if you switch to it with just their basic stuff, you'll still have fun, but you're not going to like it as much. Set it up how you think you would like it. It's probably going to take you an hour or two, maybe even longer, just to set up everything. I mean, we're almost 30 minutes in and I'm still explaining stuff in here. So actually going through and reading every single thing and setting it up the way you want, it's going to get annoying. But basically every time you die or every time you come up to one of these equipment terminals here, you can switch your class. So right now, like I said, we're on the light assault. If I switch over to the infiltrator and then I hit square to deploy, it'll redeploy me. You can see my gun switch there, and now my character is actually the infiltrator. So if I hit, was it L1? Yeah, if I hit L1, I can now go invisible. So set up every single class. I promise you will not regret it. It is going to take you a while, but I promise you won't regret it. So let's speed up here. I'm going to show you the combat medic. They have assault rifles, shotguns, scout rifles, SMG, the hybrid rifle. That's a new one, so let's take a look at it. So it's like a, not a pulse rifle. It's, well, yeah, it's like a pulse rifle. Basically, like it has like a charge up and then it'll release. So just be careful with that one and make sure that you're using it correctly. That's all the same: pistols, crossbows, underwater weapons. Here, as the healer, the combat medic, you have the medical applicator. You can literally heal yourself, or you can heal other players. I think you can heal yourself. And then if we look over here, let's just take a look at a couple of the differences in the gear. So you have a shield recharging field, so anyone who's standing in that field can recharge. You have a nano regen device, which will help regenerate health for you and other people, I think. Yeah, so it's in a 6-meter radius. So basically, if you throw that down, it will heal you if you're in the radius, and anyone else who's in the radius, not counting enemies, of course. Different grenades. Looks like this is the only new one, the cleansing grenade. So I think if they're using, if someone has like gas or something on them and it's like a side effect, you can use a cleansing grenade to kind of take it off. And like I said, I might be wrong about some of this stuff. This is just what's coming to me from memory. So make sure that you guys actually take a look at everything yourself. It looks like the only new one is here is probably these two. So you have your advanced shield capacitor, which just boosts your shield, and then you have, nope, adrenaline pump was on the first guy, so it looks like it's just that one that's new. And then all that's going to be the same. I don't think any of these guys have tactical. I think you have to buy tacticals. Engineer, I like the engineer. They're not bad. Main ones that I use is the infiltrator, the engineer, and the combat medic. I have used all of them before. The max I'm not so fond of, just because most of the time the points that you use to spend on the max I use to unlock weapons, which, like I said, I'll go over that in a second. So if we look at the engineer, you can see here they have shotguns, carbines, scout rifles, SMG, sniper rifles. I didn't think they could use sniper rifles. That's interesting. Sniper rifles, the hybrid rifle, and of course your underwater weapons, and that's it. Pistol is going to be the same as everyone else. Here you have a nano armor kit. So this armor kit basically it repairs because you're an engineer. Oh my god, because you're an engineer, it repairs mechanical stuff. So basically, any of these machines here, the equipment terminal, can be destroyed. The ones that you guys see down there, the one with the little tank symbol, that one, I don't think the warp gates can be destroyed. The ones for the flying, any of those can be destroyed by by the other team. The engineer can repair those. They can also repair vehicles like on the go. So like I see some tanks out there, so they will be able to repair that right there. Like if it's damaged, they'll be able to repair the Osprey, I guess is what it looks like. And then what's it called? the max, the last class that's in here. So if we go back in, if you look at the max, he is kind of mechanical. So if they're injured, you can actually use the engineer to repair them. And then if we take a look at some of this other stuff here, you can see that they have turrets, they have a hard light barrier. These guys are pretty good, especially if you know what you're doing with them and you're used to playing with them. You can see here they all have frag grenades. With this guy, you also get a sticky grenade and you get a nano repair grenade. That's new. I don't remember ever using that, but it sounds like you just throw it at a vehicle or something driving by and it'll automatically start repairing it. Yeah, so it says it sticks to vehicles and max units, but it can't repair generators. That's fine. So it repairs the other stuff, I guess. You just need to throw it and stick it to it. I wonder if it actually has a stick on it or it can stick next to it. So if this is destroyed, I wonder if you throw it here, if it'll repair this because it's within a vicinity, or if you have to like throw it on the actual thing. I don't know. We might test that. Probably not though. So those were the grenades. In here, it looks like they have the same thing as the infiltrator, so that's not bad. Oh wait, we're on infiltrator. Whoops. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Wait. No, here we go. Okay, so they have tank mines. These guys will be your go-to when you're trying to take out heavy equipment. Because they have the tank mines, they have the C4, and then they also have the concussion mines. All of these things can be like thrown down in front of tanks or even on the tanks. And then eventually they will go off or, you know, whatever. But more than likely you can take down tanks and stuff with them. And the good thing is with the engineer, they actually do have quite a bit of armor. So you won't just get, well, you have a less chance of getting one shot. You can totally still get one shot. In here, it looks like they have extra stuff. So you have your demolitions pouch. Just lets you carry more stuff. As far as like your mines and stuff like that. Mine carrier. Well, this one lets you carry more mines. This one's probably just explosives. Yeah, so this one's like C4. Allow the user to carry and place additional C4. So yeah, so the demolitions is for C4. Mine is for extra mines. You have an ammunition belt. And then the rest of the stuff you know about. Now we can go here to our heavy assault. We look up here, you can see they have a shotgun, LMG. I think they're the only ones that can use an LMG. Yes, that is an LMG. Don't ask me how or why, but sure, it's an LMG. You have your scout rifle, you have your SMG, you have your heavy weapons. Which I'll be honest, I didn't know that they could use chain guns, mini chain guns, because that is what's on the max. So a lot of people are probably starting to use these. You have your hybrid rifle, your underwater weapons, and then go back to all of them. Pistols are going to be the same as everyone else. Here you have a rocket launcher. There's a lot of different rocket launchers, but you have your rocket launchers. I think some of those lock on, some of them are just like straight shots. Here you have extra armor, so you have nanite mesh regenerator that just helps you repair your armor faster. You have resist shield and your adrenaline shield. In here you have your anti-vehicle grenade, so that will also help you to take out vehicles. You have your concussion grenade and you have a havoc grenade. I'm not sure what havoc grenade does. Doesn't say, because the upgrade just allows you to use it, so it doesn't say what it actually does. It probably causes havoc on somebody. None of this stuff is new. You guys have seen all that. In here it looks like we have same stuff. Oh wait, I think that's a new one. Munitions pouch. So it just lets you carry extra rockets. Yeah, that would make sense as to why they can have that one. And then that stuff, no, there's never any changes with the melee. That's why I wasn't really looking at the melee. They all have knives. The melee in this game sucks. I don't think you can really one-shot someone. It's kind of fast, so if you can get up behind someone with the infiltrator, but you still have to like knife them like 3 times or something like that. So I hate it. And then you have your max here. So we have the actual minigun. It's not a minigun, but it is a minigun. They're all miniguns. Of course, they're going to do different damage. They're going to fire differently. Some of them like will actually spin up first, where other ones will just automatically go. You have your pounder, which is like a grenade launcher, basically. They shoot like mini rockets or grenades, whichever one you choose. And then of course you don't have anything in between there. But for your utility, you have different stuff here. Lockdown, which lets you kind of plant yourself in place. I would not suggest using that. It does help you shoot faster. It helps you shoot more steady, but I would not suggest doing it, especially if there's a tank or an aircraft around, because you're just going to get destroyed right off the bat. You have ammo storage, which just lets you carry a ton of ammo, and then you have your emergency repair kit, which you can throw down the thing and it'll automatically start healing you. Okay, so this is utility. I think the utilities you have to buy. Whatever's in between here. I think those are grenades. Yeah, so they don't have grenades, and then you have different types of armor here. So you have kinetic armor, nano repair system, which just repairs your armor, and then you have an ordnance armor. And then they don't have knives either. They just punch, like it's like a melee that they do. But yeah, that's all of them. Like I said, they all do have different skins and stuff that you can do. It just depends on the type that you're using and if you can actually afford the stuff. So that one looks weird, but kind of cool. But yeah, so let's get out of there. Let's show you guys. And I just noticed that over here, it's showing them as red, even though they're technically blue. I think I changed that. I should probably change it back. So if we go in here, we hit our options button, settings. I don't think it's in here. It's probably going to be under gameplay. I'm just looking for head bobbing as well, because I noticed we're head bobbing a little bit. I don't see any head bobbing. Alright, gameplay. Okay, yeah, so the faction colors are set. I don't know what aim assist is, because it doesn't really work in this game. Fixed minimap, all join squad login, no. I don't remember where it's at. Did they change it? So basically, if you're just joining, what I was trying to figure out is that vehicle out there is actually showing as red, which, because I'm on the red team, normally that would mean that they're friendly, and then they should be showing as purple, but they're both showing as red because they're enemies. But I think that's something that I changed, and I was trying to change it back. I just don't remember where it's at. There's a lot of different options and everything in here. So if you go to my character, you can see all the stuff that you can do in here. You can change your banner, which we can't do any of them because they cost real money. Oh wait, was that one? No. Looks like they all cost real money, so we're not doing that. We can equip the boost, which also costs real money. Not doing that either. That's the same thing. You get increased experience gained by 50% while your PlayStation Plus membership is active, which ours is. So we are getting a 50% boost. Passive skills. Ooh, these are actually unlocked. Well, we're still in the training area, so we're not even going to mess with that stuff. You can change your titles. Titles basically is your rank. I think the one I currently have is like a second lieutenant. Voice packs. That's what I was talking about earlier. I thought that was one of the implants, but I guess not. So these are the implants. I could have swore they had one before that was sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You want some?
Enemy heavy spotted.
Need a medic here!
I gotta like that.
I need a medic now!
That does not sound like a drill instructor. Sounds like someone under stress.
Keep dreaming, dummies!
Okay, that one a little bit.
Need a medic here!
Nah,
Enemy heavy spotted.
it's not bad.
Need a medic here!
Stay alert. Enemy heavy nearby.
That voice actually sounds
Where's a
familiar.
combat medic?
Not that one.
Stay alert. Enemy
one.
heavy nearby.
Eyes open. Enemy heavy.
You call yourself a soldier?
These are probably all the same exact person. I'm surprised that they don't have other female ones. They only have the robot sounding one. That's
Sailors, Enemy heavy nearby.
That's not
Keep
cool.
dreaming.
And then you have your... Okay, yeah, we've never even gotten there. So you have your ASP skills. It's available to 100 and higher, and listing will reset rank progress and allowing unlocking of special class modifications every 25 ranks. Okay, so that's how you can unlock some of the stuff that costs real money, I believe. But as you can see, you have to have a battle rank of 100 plus. I don't know what our battle rank is. I think there's a battle rank and then there's a character rank, so I'm not sure. Depots. This is what I was talking about where it says claim now. It basically wants you to buy the membership. We're not going to click on it. Like I said, the cheapest one is like $14.99 a month. You can just flat out buy the BC, which is the currency in the game. We're not doing that either. As a member, these are things that you can buy. Some of the things you can buy. Some of these might even come with like packs, but as you can see there, it's all skins. Like nothing there is going to give you an advantage, at least not there. These boosts, on the other hand, well, I don't think like they make you stronger or anything. Well, the nanite boost, I'm pretty sure that's armor. But everything else looks like XP, so it's not really a boost towards your character, but it is a boost towards being able to level up faster. Oh, nanite gain. I think that might be one of the money up there, because it says increase nanite gain by 50% for 1 day. So it might be some of the other monies that are up there. There's a utilities thing that we can't buy. Then you have some of your implants. So these ones actually do help you in the game. But I think even the ones here, so like that says 199 BC and then 300, we're just going to call those credits. So I don't think you have to have 199 of that and 300. I think you can have 199 or 300, which the 300 you can earn in game. It takes a little bit, not as a new player. As a new player, you'll actually get it fairly quickly. But there's also a cap on the credits, which they don't tell you about. I think the cap might be 1,000 or 2,000 or somewhere around there. But if you notice that you're getting kills and everything and that number is not increasing, that means go and spend it, because if not, you're just going to be completing stuff and everything else, and you should technically be getting credits. It will not stock up in the background. It'll just go away. And then these are things that you can buy as well. Looks like it's just armor sets as far as like cosmetic stuff. Well, those aren't cosmetics. Yeah, that actually gives you the gun with everything with it. So there's a little bit of your pay to win, like I was saying. It looks like a lot of this stuff is pay to win, or the stuff in this area is pay to win. Not all of it, because that one's just like you can get that vehicle. The rest of it on it is cosmetic. Alright, and then inventory. So this is where you can set up what you actually want on your character once you're in the game, if you're not at one of the things. Here you have your vehicles. Works the same way as it did for the characters. So you have your Flash, which is a four-wheeler. You have your Sunder, which is that SUV van RV looking thing. You have your Lightning, which is your light tank. You have your Prowler, which is your heavy tank. You have your Harasser, which is like a buggy. I think only 2 people can fit in that one, maybe 1, I don't remember. You have your Ant, which these have not really worked before. They might have fixed them, but you can actually mine different things in the game. Well, you know what? I take it back. The mining works, but like dropping it off and stuff like that, I've never been able to figure out, so I don't think they work. And then you have your Colossus, which is your biggest, strongest tank. And then with these different things, I'm not going to go over every single one of them because it would take forever, but you also have different slots over here where you can switch out different things on your tanks or your vehicles and everything. The main one I want to touch on, I'm just showing you guys this. I'm not going to go through every single thing here. So you have your defenses, performance, and then different horns. The main one I want to touch on is your Sunder. This one is probably the most important vehicle you'll use in the game. So I would say if you're upgrading any of the vehicles, do this one first. The reason for that is because with the vehicles, you can definitely get higher attack turrets. These turrets do have to be manned, but I think you can fit something like 6 or 8 people in this truck, and they can actually man the turrets, or you can do it yourself. It just depends, but some of them are like anti-tank, some are anti-air, so you want to take a look at the different things. You might want to have one of each. It's up to you, because you do have one on the front, one on the back, which you can man both, because there is a button to switch seats. Over here, this is why I wanted to go over this the most. So for utility, you have a gate shield diffuser. There will be like translucent gates that will be up. If you have this gate shield diffuser, you can actually use this and then just drive right through the gate. Like, it just won't work on your vehicle because you have that. Your smoke screen, that will just help to conceal you or anyone getting out of the vehicle, because you can use this as a deploy station. You also have your fire suppression, because your vehicle can catch on fire, and if you use the fire suppression, it'll basically kind of heal it and put out the fire and stuff. Performance, you have your rival combat chassis, just lets you drive a little better off-road, have better turning, better braking, things like that. And then you have your racer high-speed chassis, which just lets you drive faster. For defenses, this one is an important one as well. So you have your nanite proximity repair system. That one will automatically start repairing your vehicle once it's stopped. Your vehicle ammo dispenser, that will let people get ammo from your vehicle if they're like in tanks or aircrafts or anything like that. They can literally just come up to it and get ammo from it. Your stealth cloaking module, that will actually cloak your entire vehicle. Now you do have to be careful even with that, because even with the cloak, it's kind of like Predator. Like, they'll still see like the little glimmer or whatever you want to call it. But at the same time, they'll see people coming from it, because like I said, you can use this as a deployable spot. So like when you're using the Sunder, wherever you park it, as long as you put down, like, it has like struts that come out, you can kind of see it there in front of that front tire. It'll have like struts that come out, and it'll like plant it in the ground, and then people can deploy off that vehicle. Aircrafts, we have a Mosquito, Liberator, Galaxy, Drop Pod, and your Valkyrie. So I think the Valkyrie, and maybe this one, you can actually jump out of, as long as you have the right stuff equipped, because you do have to have like a jump thing or whatever. As you can see, this one does have 4 different things that you can attack with, 4 like little turrets and stuff. So they all have turrets basically. It just depends. Like, this one here is a single person. This one holds, I think, like 4 people. That one's like 8. Drop Pod is just you landing by yourself. And then the Valkyrie, I think, holds like maybe 6. But they all have similar stuff as well. So if you look up here in the utilities, you can see like fire suppression, scout radar, decoy flares. That's if you're like locked onto. You have your hover stability thing, which will just help you hover better. Evasiveness, it'll just help you like rotate and roll and everything like that, so you can avoid incoming fire. So you'll have to, like I said, go through all of these and take a look at those as well. Notifications, membership reward available. Yeah, well, we're not a member, so if I hit accept, see, it says you have battle cash to claim. Head to the depot and hit the claim button. So if I hit X, it just takes me here. And if I hit claim now, right now, it will just take me to go and buy the stuff. So don't do it, guys. Don't do it. You can if you want. Don't get me wrong. Definitely support, the game if you're interested in it. But just make sure you're not being tricked into it, because that's kind of like a gotcha thing. Social. This is just going to show everyone who's in your squad. It'll show friends you have online, and then it'll show who's in the proximity of your area. Outfits, that's just the different outfits. So like your the one that we're in now, the Terran Republic, or no, these are ones that are created. So if we want to create one, we should be able to create rare breed, which it might say it's already out there because we have it on our other character. I don't know if it'll let us do it again. Are you sure you want to create an outfit? Accept. Okay, well, there we go. We just created one. And then now I can invite people to the outfit. I can leave the outfit myself, give it off to someone else, or do whatever. How... It says rare breed, but it has just 4 dashes. I don't know how to put... Capture and defend, bases, blah, blah. It should let you do a tag. Armory. I don't know what's going on with the armory. I have no idea what this is. Is this stuff we can buy? Yeah, I think this is stuff that you can eventually buy with your resources and everything. Yeah, I forgot that they added all this in. They have like orbital strikes and everything. So the big ship that you see under where it says rare breed, that is basically our command for rare breed. And then you can buy all of this stuff or unlock it. But it does require you to have resources and everything. Which the resources, I think a lot of it is coming from like the ant and stuff like that, the ANT that I was talking about, that I thought was broken, which maybe they fixed it, because I don't remember a lot of this stuff. And then we can do customization. So here we're going to do rare, like so. Yes. Of course, it's already in use. Why would someone else use something that, well, I mean, they might be rare, something else. We'll do rare within a small e. Of course, it's not gonna let us because it's all the same word. We'll do W-A-R. We'll do RARB. Shouldn't be taken. There we go. Alright, and then we can pick a decal, which I think some of these you might have to actually build. Where was that Joke's on You one? Do they not have it for... I don't see it. I probably already passed it though. What is that? That looks kind of cool. Devious armor decal. We'll have to click on it. Equip. I don't know if that actually equipped it or not. It did not. Yeah, see, I think you have to actually get these. Even that one didn't equip. Equip. Okay, whatever. Message of the day. You can have people putting in applications. They just have to look up RARB. Missions, you guys seen me accept those in the very beginning. They're just ones that right here that will give you credits. So you can see there at the bottom, it's going to give you per mission, it's going to give you 1,000 XP, and it'll give you 75 of the credits. And then of course you will get other missions that will take you higher. If you do become a member, you can see the stuff in here as far as like what you've earned for the day or whatever. Which I don't know if it gives you daily stuff or weekly stuff. I don't remember. It might even be monthly. I don't remember what exactly it gives you. But if you are a member, you do get stuff every now and then. Your directives, these are just to get ribbons and stuff like that. Ribbons will also give you XP. They'll give you different ranks. You can see here, these are just some of them. These are just the ones that are summary. So if you look at the recon one, it says earn this ribbon by revealing enemies for your teammates with recon tools. So basically, if I was the infantry, or not infantry, if I was the infiltrator and I shot that little recon gun, if it had one person appear in there, boom, that revealed them. So that's all I have to do for that one recon ribbon, because it literally says I have to do it with one person. And then this one, if I'm an engineer, engineer deployable cover can soak damage intended for allies. So basically, you don't even have to have it take damage. You just deploy it and boom, you got a ribbon. So these are pretty easy. Now they can get very difficult. They can get very complex. So those three right there are just summary ones. If you look at the very top, There's an entire list up there. So if we hit R1, these are the infantry ones that you can go through. So if we look at one of the infiltrator things here, you can see that the very last one is kill enemy infiltrators as an infiltrator. So basically we need to kill 10 other infiltrators while we're an infiltrator. And it will give us 5 of the little star icon things. So there you go. That's how you get some of those. And this is just the adept one, because then, or I'm sorry, this is just the novice one, because then once you're in here, you can see at the top they also have adept, they have expert, and they have master. But of course, you have to complete all the ones in novice, whatever you want to call it, in order to unlock the adept one. And then to once you're done with these, it'll unlock expert, and then expert will unlock master. But that's how you get a lot of the ranks and everything like that. You also have your vehicles here, you have your weapons, you have your strategic stuff, which probably just has to do with something with like taking out a turret, or like this one, construction, probably repairing stuff or building a turret, things like that. Use Elysium spawn tubes and routers to create spawn points for other players. So those are... they're like tactical insertions that everyone can use. So you would have to do that 30 times. I don't think you would have to use it 30 times. I think 30 people probably have to spawn on there. So that might be an easy one to use, especially because it's under the novice one. This one here, repair construction objectives to complete this directive. So that's probably, like I said, repairing like the equipment, machine, things like that. Specialty collections. What is this? I don't know how you would do that. Oh, they're just dog tags, special dog tags. So we would have to find dog tags around the map. I don't think I've ever found any of those. I will keep an eye out for them, because evidently there is 30 of them. Interesting. Specialty. What are specialty ones? Oh, you have to buy these to unlock them. What do they cost, though? Yeah, I don't know how to even purchase those. Oh, I think this is as an NS operator, which we don't have the NS guy unlocked. I mean, he's unlocked, but we never used one, so... well, that one works. Kill a bounty target with a sniper rifle. I didn't even know you could have bounties. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to the game. You just have to kind of go through it and everything. This is a map that's just a training area. This is what I was talking about here. So right now Indar is the only one that's unlocked. This one I think is the newest one, which is the underwater one, if I'm not mistaken. Right now we're in the VR area. We started over in the sanctuary. This is probably where we'll get deployed to, even though Indar is open, just because it's like a training area. But then again, we have a separate level 39, so it might not even put us there. This is normally like your training area, though. They'll go easier on you. I think there's actually bots there and stuff, so I don't know. Settings I'm not worried about, although I am still worried about the color scheme. I don't know. I think they changed it. They had to have changed it. Because I remember anything that was red was basically friendly because we're on the red team, but it looks like they changed it. Because now the purple's red and so is the blue, so... Alright, but yeah, if you guys want to test anything as far as like your classes, come here to the equipment thing. If you guys want to test vehicles, you'll come down here to this little tank symbol, which will let you deploy out your vehicles. So you'll come in here, you'll pick whatever you want to have. Let's try the Sunder. We'll hit split, and it'll automatically put you in it. How do we go? R3, there we go. So, this is the Sunder that I was telling you about. If you hit, that's not it. That's zooming in and out of the map. That's not it. That's not it. Trying to remember how to, that's not it. That gets in and out. That's not what I want. There we go. So if you hold triangle down, it will actually deploy it like this. Now people anywhere on the map, they will be able to see your vehicle on the map. It'll say that it's your Sunder right there. And then people can come here, they can switch their classes. But it does have to be deployed like this. If you don't have it deployed like this, then it won't work. But people can spawn on it from here, everything else. And then let's run back over there. So I can show you guys the aircrafts. If you guys want to learn how to fly the aircrafts, please, for the love of God, do it in here. Because it's not going to cost you anything to spawn these things in, and they are hard to control if you don't know what you're doing, which I never know what I'm doing. I'll do this one, because I'm bad at flying anyway. And you can see up there in the top right, it's also telling you how much it's going to cost you to spawn in. So that's what I was talking about with the max, how it'll say how much it's going to cost you to spawn in. Looks like the Valkyrie is probably the cheapest, but we're going to do this one. I don't think it'll cost us anything because there's a training area. Let's see though. Okay, so ascend is L1, which is weird. Descend is R1, and I didn't see the other controls, so it's not through here. R2 is to shoot. L2 isn't doing anything. Now, this is the part that's weird. Yeah, there we go. So, well, not with this one. This one actually flies away. No. Okay. There's one that handles like a helicopter, and it is extremely annoying. And whoa, that is not cool. So turning is with your left stick, rolling is with your right stick. That's definitely not cool. The flight controls are not inverted, which would definitely screw me up. And then I want to show you guys something, which is going to be very stupid, but I want to show you guys. So when you're in the vehicle, do not hold square. It will throw you out. There goes your vehicle. When I hit the ground, I will die. Even though it's your vehicle, everything else. Now you can, there is a thing where you can, what's it called? You can, like I said, you can have like a jump thing on your vehicle. Gotta wait. Okay, no we don't. Let's go back in there. Come on. I don't want to deploy yet. I want to just go back. What did I do? Did I break it? Did I break it? Let's go there. I don't think they have, what's it called? I don't think they have the aircrafts here at the sanctuary that we can take a look at. Yeah, they don't. So when you're on your vehicles, I'll just show you in here. When you're on your vehicles, if you look over in the utility slot and all that, this one here, ejection system. This one, if you plan on jumping out of your vehicle, or even you're worried about the accident of hitting the square or something and jumping out, buy this one. It will let you safely bail out of your vehicle and land on the ground. You won't actually see a parachute or anything, but it basically slows you down and you won't take damage, stuff like that. So that, I believe, is available on all of the aircrafts. Make sure that you guys buy that if you plan on, or if you're worried about falling out of your aircraft. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into the actual game. I've been literally talking about this for an hour and we haven't done anything. So still can't deploy there. I think, like I said, it's because we're not level 1, because we have a higher character. So we're going to deploy here. Oh, and this is going to be bad. So as you can see, down there in the bottom left where it says Indar, that's the name of the area we're in. You can see that there are 73 purple guys there. Not just 73, it's like 73% of it's purple, 100% of the blue, and then only 27% of the red. So we probably have nothing on this planet. But I will explain all the combat and everything and how it works. It's not complicated after this. Like, the main thing is just setting up your characters and everything, which I'll do that offline. I'm not worried about it. So once we're on the actual planet, you can look at the map here. Oops, what's going on here? Secure territories, blah blah. I don't want any of that. How do I zoom in and out? Zoom. Zoom, there we go. Is it showing as blue for us? Oh, you know what? It deployed it. No, it didn't deploy this as blue. Up in the top right, you can see 22:35. That is a timer that I was telling you guys about. That's going to be counting down non-stop. It looks like we're surrounded by blue. I'm not sure how to read this. This is center on me. That's me. So the way that it used to look, I don't know why it looks like this. The way that it used to look is the red area, well, the red area should be us, and then it would show who owns blue, like it'll show everything in blue if they own it, and then it'll show purple as well. But I don't know, it could just be because we're not, I think blue actually owns everything right now. And we have so little people that it's not even registering as us having anything. But that still wouldn't make sense though, because this area up here wouldn't be red. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually kind of confusing me. Let's go switch to an infiltrator. Because I think we came in as a light assault. Locked. Battle rank 3, of course. So we're not going to be able to do anything. Alright, let's do the combat medic. He's going to be better than the light assault, at least in my opinion. Okay, I'm not going to spawn any vehicles or anything. We'll just run. Ooh, the bad thing is I can't do anything even as a combat medic because I can't really... Well, I mean, I can claim stuff, but I can't... It's going to be interesting. So basically the way that this works is you'll start at your corner, the other two factions will start at their corner, wherever they're at, and then you have to claim contacting or connecting bases. So if you wanted to go and get this one, you would need to claim this one first. And then one of the other things we can do, instead of running, I don't know why I didn't do this, one of the other things that we can do is we can actually go back and you can deploy on one of the things that are already out there. We just have to go back over to where those terminals are, the ones with the warp gate terminals. Because these ones are going to be like inter-warp gate. Or you can get a vehicle or a aircraft and you can fly or drive over there, but we're not doing all that. Alright, so back in here, we'll look at the... Wait, what's this over here? Nothing, okay. So we'll look at the warp gate. How do we do the inter...
Come on, Saul. Ammunition here.
Is it in here? It's in here. Okay. So we have to pick the area that we want. Dude, there's nothing to spawn on. I don't think that we own anything right now. I want to say we're showing up as blue, but this is so confusing now. Trying to read the left over there and seeing if it's showing what faction each one is, but it's not showing anything. Outfit resources. I mean, it's showing flags and stuff, but it's not showing... And of course, oh, you know what? Here, redeploy. Redeploy. So this will let us redeploy anywhere that we have a place claimed. So all these little green dots that are here are places that we can respawn on, or if there's a sunder, like I was showing you guys, you can also respawn on a sunderer. So we can probably, oh no, that one's under attack there, so they're going to be moving this way. We're attacking that one. No one's attacking here, and no one's attacking here. I mean, there probably is, but it's not showing anything. Oh no, they just reclaimed that one, that's why. Yep. And then there's combat here. So basically we need to go to one of these. You'll highlight it like so. It'll tell you up in the top left the old stockpile, so you know which one you're actually highlighting, or like if we did the Valley one down here, it'll say Valley Storage Yard. And see, this one has a sunder on it. So we can do the actual depot, or we can do the sunder. So if we deploy on the Sunder, it's going to deploy us, and you can change your class using left and right on D-pad. We're going to stay as a combat medic, so we'll hit X here, and it will deploy us on that Sunder that was there. So here's the Sunder, which it's upgraded a little bit because it has camo stuff on it. And then over here, you can see enemies and stuff. I don't know if this is ours or theirs. That's what I was saying. The red and blue is confusing me at the moment. Okay, that's a friendly one. But yeah, I don't know why the entire map is red and blue, because it has us in a blue area. So it should be in a different color area. That's an enemy right there. Oh. Nope, nope, nope. I was joking, dude. He sees me. He's getting out. That's what that circle thing is. We're not gonna stay there and try to fight him. Okay, and they are showing up as red on the map, so I am a little bit confused here. Like I said, because we're red, they should be showing up a different color. I didn't accidentally pick blue because our character is red. So once you're at the different places like this, you'll see that this one has the letter A on it. If we zoom out, well, no, we can't really zoom out. Okay, so you'll see that this one has letter A on it. A has to be captured for us to use it. And then if we go up here, we have to capture A. Sometimes there'll be like a B and a C, which those are normally on the bigger ones. It looks like all of these are just going to have A though. There we go. There's a bigger one. So that would, you need to capture A, B, and C in order to get that one. And you have to hold them for a certain period of time as well. So, where is the combat though? Where are we at? We need to go north. See, that's so interesting because the one here is blue that we spawned on, and then the one that we shot at was also blue that drove up here. But it didn't show as friendly. I think I screwed up the I think I screwed up the thing back when I changed the colors. I need to figure out how to change that back, or if it's even still a thing. So I can figure out what's going on. There's a vehicle. Oh. See? Like even that one's showing as blue. Is that a blue guy or is that ours? They're all blue coming this way. And I think these are ours because I think that one is the one that I spawned on. Maybe not. It might be. I don't know. I don't know, when you shoot someone who's friendly though, it'll tell you. Like it'll show up as like a little do not shoot symbol, which you can still shoot them. You can still kill them. I would just suggest not doing it. It looks like all the combat's up here. Please be friendly. Please, for the love of God, please be friendly. I don't think that's friendly. Let's go find out. You friendly, dude? Yeah, they're wearing red, so they're friendly. So blue is showing up as friendly. They had to have changed it then. So blue is friendly and anything red is not friendly? So friendly, not friendly. You, dude. Oh, come on. I saw him. This is what I was talking about. Hopefully it doesn't make me automatically revive right away. So they're in the center of the screen, like next to her waist, basically to the left of it. You can see where I died, and then it shows the direction that the shot came from. So they can still kind of find you. You just have to be careful with that. But it shows the person that killed me. It shows the rank. It shows what they killed me with. It basically shows every single thing about the person that killed you. So the PvP can be, I guess, not involving. I don't know, it's something. Alright, let's get up here and try to... Almost. Okay, whatever. Ow! Hope you die. I got you guys. Don't worry. Yeah, see, I think other people are getting confused. They must have just changed it. Because I don't think friendly people would be shooting at me if they didn't know. Sorry. Come back down. Come back down. Got him. Wait, dude, let me heal you. Back. Okay, so how do I heal myself? Okay. There he goes. Oh, crap. Got stuck. We had him.
Give it your all! Not fighting like TR!
Okay. Let's do spawn on Sunder again. So normally what it'll do is the closer spawn to you, it'll show up in the very top left. So as a combat medic, L1 is you know yourself. Now we know. Assault rifle. We're all combat medics. Also, I don't know if you guys seen it earlier. If they have like a little cross on them, that means that player needs to be healed, that they're taking damage. It'll only show up as a combat medic. So they defended this facility, so we still need to capture it back. You can't heal the maxes, like I said before. You need a engineer. Also, this place right here, I know, but you guys probably don't, so I'll explain it. So if I go into this place, or even on the platform here,
You are in a restricted area!
so it tells you you're in a restricted area. You can't go into certain areas just because they don't want you, like, spawn camping people and stuff like that. So they don't have, like, barriers like that blue one that's here on the doorway. They don't have barriers like the blue one that's on that doorway, and you just can't go in there. And then getting so close, it just won't let you do it. But the only thing we need to do is capture A up there. So that's how it prevents you from doing other things you should be doing, things like that. Of course, he has better aiming than I do, because I suck at this game. Are we level 3 yet? I think we already hit level 3. We should be able to, as a recruiter now. Yes, we can. Okay, so deploy. There we go. Now we are infiltrating. Oh, we have a shield. I didn't realize that thing went all the way around it. How'd they do that? do anything with the shield up, I don't think. I mean, technically, all we need to do is we need to get into there and claim the, oh, it's actually there. Claim A. Yeah, see, those blue barriers, you can't walk through them. But that's what I was talking about with the Sunder. If you have the gate entrance, use it, you can literally drive through that gate with it on. See you. Oh, did I get him or did they get him? I feel like I got him, but... Oh, did he not die? No, he died. He's fine. There's another one. I don't know what that is. Let's get rid of that. I don't think there's glint in this game, like from being a sniper, but I honestly don't remember, so you gotta be careful with that. What is destroying that? Oh, is it the crawler? Okay, well, while they're doing that, let's go in there and try to capture it. This is what we do as an infiltrator. We infiltrate.
Enemy heavy nearby!
Oh, my bad, dude. My bad. That's what I'm saying. It's confusing me. I didn't mean
I'll
to.
patch you up.
Oh, yeah, we already got this one under control.
Ammunition here.
Eight secured. One set fully capped. This entire thing. That's the next point. So, after that one fully caps, which, like now, we can move over here to do A, B, and C. But we only got 4 minutes left anyway. We're gonna try to go. Keyword, try. We're probably gonna die. Infiltrators have no armor. I mean, they have armor, but it's like very little armor. The bar on the left is basically your suit. The suit power.
Friendly fire!
Really, dude? You just gonna run into me?
Check your fire!
Idiot. So there should still be an opening here somewhere. It's just like a little walkway area. But I don't know where it's at. We're probably gonna die because we're in bad territory. And if there's not one here, then we're gonna have to go to the outside. Yeah, there's not one here. So we're gonna have to go to the outside, and there's gonna be something that will help us get up to there. Let's see what I mean.
Spotted a Republic ground.
I don't think we can. Oh, those. That's where we need to go. By the time I get over there, the timer's going to be up. Okay, we're going to let our suit recharge all the way before we jump on this thing. But basically, we come here. Yellow ones go up, blue ones come down. So we're going to go up. And we're going to go invisible right before we get up there, like so. They saw us. And now we need to get in here and we need capturing things. So technically we can capture this as an infiltrator. We can hack it. It'll turn it red. Well, blue, whatever. It'll turn it friendly. There we go. So it turned it red. And then in here we can start capturing...
Restricted area.
Oh,
Move out,
restricted
soldier.
area. Ow, ow, ow. It does hurt you going in the restricted areas. We need to go around this stuff. How do we get up there? And then the thing here that I hacked, our people can use it. Our people can use it, or their hackers can also hack it back. Oh, God. They 100% wrong.
Located an enemy spawn point.
Shield generator critical.
This area is restricted.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to get in restricted areas, so chill. Oh, hi. Damn it. That's why it sucks playing as an infiltrator. But I do like them. I play them a lot, actually. Oh, God. Oh, God, this thing's so damaged. So what we can do is we can come in here. We can do exactly what that guy's doing. Oh, it's locked. So if we would have been able to spawn as an engineer, then you can repair it like he's doing. But of course we can't, so don't worry about it. Dude, there's a lot of stuff.
Good as new.
The NC traders have taken control of Indar.
And there we go. So New Conglomerate now owns this entire Endar, the entire population. So if we crouch down real quick, take a look at the map, and zoom out, you can see the entire thing is red. It's all enemy territory. So it will let you stay here until you die. You can still switch classes on areas where you can find to switch classes, which would be the Sunderers, or if you're like me and you're an infiltrator, as long as you don't die, you can still switch some of the equipment terminals so that other people can switch. But once you die, like just once, you're done. Like that's it. But what happens now is one of the other islands unlock, and you basically go to that island. And once you leave this place, whether you die or whether it's on purpose, whatever, that's it. Like you can't come back to this one until it reopens. There's probably the enemies over here, but we're gonna run over here. Yep, and the Sunder I last spawned on just died. Now you can't actually capture any points anymore, but you can, as an infiltrator, you can still hack stuff, which does give XP. That's why I'm running around doing it. And if there are other players here, they can actually still use these. But now those three things that I turned red will show up as enemy things on the map, so they will know that there's an infiltrator here somewhere, because they're the only ones that can hack. But honestly, this is probably the best way to get the most XP. I don't think we can go over here. I think this is one of the areas it doesn't want you to be at. Oh, it'll let me. Yeah, so if we come and look at A, normally you just have to stand on it to capture it. It just won't let you. Yeah, see, it won't trigger anything. They own the entire continent, so you can't do anything. But what I was talking about it being the most, what's it called? The best way to get XP is because as an infiltrator, like I said, you can still hack stuff. So what you can do is you can run around and pick off players, especially as an infiltrator, because you have a sniper, as long as you don't get caught. And you can just keep hacking stuff moving along the entire thing. Now, of course, I don't have a vehicle or anything, but if I change one of those things like I did back there, I can get vehicles out of those. Oh, and someone changed one of those back. So I can get vehicles out of one of those, and I can also switch classes using that one. And if I went up, I should be able to also change that one, and I can get an aircraft. But we're trying to be incognito so that we can get more XP. So what I would do from here is I would basically run over to this one and hack everything here. I don't know if it'll let me hack those two. Those two might be the area where it doesn't let you do it, but we can go take a look. And then after we do that, because it's going to be a long run, so after we do that, I'll show you guys what I mean by going to a new area, like a new land. And all the lands are different too, so like this place is like mostly all desert. There's ones it's like nothing but like jungle slash woods. Then there's the underwater one, which I still haven't played on. I don't know how it works or anything. I don't know if like the entire map is underwater or you just go underwater a lot. Like I don't know how that works. That thing right there, that is how you use the ant for those, and that's how you can get points and everything. But like I said before, it didn't work. It would let you collect them, but you couldn't drop them off or anything. So we're gonna go up this way. Yeah, see these two that are over here, I don't think it'll let us get those, but I don't know if it, I don't know, we can try. Come on. Yeah, that's not gonna let us. I don't know, after a while you can just tell just by looking at them which ones you can do and which ones you can't, but we can go get that vehicle thing. This is gonna hurt. Oh, it didn't. And I'm not gonna run
Restricted
Uh,
in there.
area. Move out,
Ow,
soldier.
I said I'm not. Jesus, stop it. There we go. Come over here, we will hack this, get more XP. Thank you. And even if you spawned in a Sunder, like people, because the, oh, you can't even use it. I was gonna say, even if you spawned in a Sunder, people still can't use the Sunder to redeploy, because, like I said, once the continent's not under battle anymore, you just can't respawn, period, even if the point where you had it was respawnable. I don't know if that's the same for, like, tactical insertions or not, because there are tactical insertions in the game that you can use too. We'll just leave this. We will do redeploy, so we're gonna hit square or hold square. It'll automatically kill us. Oh, we just hit square. Okay, it'll automatically kill us, and it'll tell us we can't spawn back yet. Yeah, because it's locked. So now Hassan's the one that's under under attack or whatever. This is the wood slash jungle one, so we click on it. And keep in mind, the battle for these lasts a lot longer than that was. That was only like 20 minutes or so. These things go on for a long time. You see the time up here on the top right. Dude, how did you get that in here? This is a warp gate facility, which is safe zone. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't even show a timer yet. Yeah, I think he glitched it in here. I have no idea. He doesn't know what he's doing either. But anyway, so if we take a look here, yeah, so I guess they switched it. So blue is going to be our friendly, and then one of these is purple, one of these is red. It looks like purple's over here, or sorry, blue. Blue's over here. So this is all blue, this is all purple. See, I really wish that I knew how I changed that before. If you hit triangle to join combat, it'll probably automatically take you here where the combat's going, or you can choose to redeploy and spawn wherever you want. So like if we redeploy and we go here, there should be a spot here because it's not under combat. Let's see. I was looking at the outfit resources. I don't know if that is on the bottom left. I don't know if that means we have 5 outfit resources here and they only have 2. I don't know what that means. Because they're losing it right now. We're winning it, or someone's winning it. Maybe Blue's winning it. I don't know. Where do I want to go? Let's see which one is small, which one's big. So those are both small ones. That's a big one. And that's a small one. We'll probably go to that one. Yeah, we'll go here. So we need to redeploy at Nettle Meyer Garden. So hit square again. Move over here. Right there. And then hit X to redeploy here. And there we go. It also switches back to a previous thing. Previous person, because that is not our gun. Yeah, so it switches back to a combat medic. Still can't use the engineer yet. We'll go back with the, you know what, we'll use the combat medic for now. No, we'll go with infiltrator. Yeah, because we're gonna try to attack this place by ourselves, because I don't think we have friendlies out here. I don't think there's anyone else out here with us. That way over where it says capture. You can also ping it if you do R1 for waypoint. You can do your personal waypoint. You can do squad, fire team, all that stuff. Personal one's just going to show up as that thing. The squad one I think shows up as a huge beam, but only you and your squad can see the beam. No stairs. Whoa, glitching. All right, whatever. It's gonna hurt. Oh, it didn't. Sweet. Alright, let's go and try to capture this. Now, we do have to be careful because there might be an infiltrator or just enemies in general coming from the other side as well. As far as I know, I don't think they changed it or anything. There's no creatures or anything on these planets or anything like that. That'd be cool if they did do that. But it's strictly PvP. So, it's you versus the other teams. There's no, like no swamp alligator mutant is going to come out of these swamps and try to eat me or anything like that. But like I said, it'd be cool if they did do that, but I don't think they ever will. Like I said, game's been out since 2012. For those that are interested in the game, it's actually a free game, but like I said, they do have a lot of so if I don't get over here and start capturing this before they get there, which they probably will, I won't be able to capture this because once your place is under combat, you can't capture anything moving forward. But what I was saying, it's a free game. They do have a lot of microtransactions, things like that I showed you guys. But yeah, it's not a bad game. Crap, of course. How to get up here? There's stairs somewhere. It's probably on the other side. They're probably already there because they were in an aircraft and I'm over here trying to run. I should have at least brought a vehicle, although they would have seen me. Anything pops up on the radar. I think even I pop up on the radar as an individual, but vehicles pop up on there a lot easier. Where are the stairs? What is that? Are they? Oh, Hello? So dead. I think we already captured this. We did not. It's still blue. See, this is the part that's confusing me. I still don't see any stairs anywhere. It's going to be all the way over here on the end. I don't know how to get up there. Can't believe I missed that shot though. He was just standing there. You know what's gonna make me mad? The stairs were probably over there where we first came in at. I think they're like right here. I don't think there's gonna be any stairs right here where we're at. Let's go back the other way. Yeah, they're capturing ours right now. They're capturing the one that we spawned at. So yeah, this one's locked now. I can't even do anything here. They're capturing that one. So, to make this quicker, we're just going to redeploy again. Go back to Nettle because they haven't fully captured it yet, so we can still spawn there. But we're going to change our class to Medic. I don't know how many people are here, but at least we have an automatic doing this. Looks like some of our guys are here already in combat with them. How did he not die? Oh, that's not the area I thought it was. I thought that was the area where he can't run to.
Can't let this facility fall to the enemy.
I think that's not an assault rifle, a battle rifle.
Just saw an enemy.
After that time. I couldn't tell if there was one or two. I mean, clearly I see one right now, but I think there was a second one in a different
The
spot.
enemy has the facility. A
And they
costly
captured it.
failure.
So now we can't spawn there, we have to spawn here. And they're probably going to spawn in a Sunderer, which we should probably do the same thing. Because what that'll do is it will, if they take it, it'll let me recapture it behind them when they move forward. Because I'll be able to respawn on the Sunderer if I can't spawn at the actual base. So let's deploy this. Where they can't see it. So they're going to be coming from the right over there. This way. They're going to spawn in the back. Let's go. Put it right here. Now I can spawn on that if I need to. But let's go back over there. That's the one that they just captured. So they're going to be moving this way, probably on foot. Because I don't think they kept the aircraft. So I didn't see it out there. Get up there. Okay, well, let's go around this way then. Maybe they did. It sounds like an aircraft. I think they did. Yep, they did keep the aircraft. So we need to take out that aircraft is what we need to do. Because that will stop them from spawning. And that will stop them from advancing on our territory. Let's see where they landed though. They're already on it, wow. Oh, they probably just, no, they couldn't have spawned in another one. There was no aircraft thing back at the other one. Yeah, they're capturing it already. And they're landing right on it, they're moving fast. But there's also more than one, where it's just me trying to defend over here. So they have an infiltrator, because that's what that was. That was a motion thing, the recon thing that I was telling you guys about before. That's exactly what that thing was. And they just shot another one over there, I think. That beeping. Someone just went invisible too. Yeah, they saw me because of the recon thing. See, and I can still spawn there, or I can spawn on the sunder that I put down. We'll go ahead and spawn here still. And we will change to infiltrator. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Missed him. Can't believe I missed him. I mean, I can because I suck at it, but still. This is where we died earlier. You can hear me cloaking.
There's no quit in a TR, soldier.
Do anything by myself. That's why I was trying to help the other guy. I heard gunshots, so someone's helping. And it looks like they might have killed my Sunder too, because I can't even respawn on the Sunder now. Gotta wait.
We're about to lose this
They're
facility.
using heavy assaults too. That's why they're not dying, because they have tons of armor. Heavy assault? That's light assault. Engineer. Go with engineer, why not? Still the infiltrator. Use heavy assault? I can.
The enemy has the facility. A costly failure.
they take so long to reload. Alright, we can still spawn on the Sunder. Let's do it. Come on. Got people spawning with us. That's another thing. When you place your Sunder and people like this spawn on it, you'll actually get XP for your teammates spawning on your Sunder. Of them. There is way too many of them. The bad thing is, they seen which way we were coming from, so they'll probably end up spotting our Sunderer up here. Utility.
Down.
Switch seats. Like I said, too many of them. They're gonna destroy the Sunder. Yep, there it went. So now we have to fall back even further. Let's see. They're gonna be coming from this way, and of course it spawned us all the way on the other side. Good thing is they don't have their Galaxy anymore, the aircraft, because I blew it up when they crashed it into the Sunder. The bad thing is they can probably respawn one though. Well, they can definitely respawn one. I just don't know how far back they can respawn it. Because that last point didn't have an air thing. This one does. Yeah, there's 3 air things up there to spawn. Air terminals, whatever you want to call them. And right now they're probably all repairing their Sunder that they had, because that's their only means of spawn without, well, for them, in order for them to move forward. I probably shouldn't be out here on the road, because they're going to be coming right through this road. Why are they both locked? Do these ones not connect? There's a yellow line right there. Why is it showing that? Is there still people fighting over there? Oh, I don't know. It says we can capture it though. So we just need to get in there and capture it while they're distracted. They went to get another aircraft. I can hear it. It's already almost over there. So we need to get in here and start capturing this before they start capturing that one. Because it will make them need to come back here to recapture this one. Stuff a recon thing here. There we go. That was smart. I didn't even think of that. They had a damn turret down. There we go. We recaptured it already. So now, in order for them to do anything, they have to come back here which seems like they already have. He's here somewhere, because he's capturing it right now. Got him. Capture this back. Alright, so we captured it, but now if you look down at the bottom left, we have to wait for the entire base to recapture. So we have to protect it basically for 3 minutes and 40 seconds. But in the meantime, the ones that were in the aircraft that were headed over here now have to come back this way because they have to recapture this before they can move forward. And what I should do what they did. I should go and get the engineer and put a turret down as well. But that's what I was talking about though. So like I have nothing set up with this character. So basically what I would need to do is I would need to So basically what I would need to do is I would need to go and make sure that my engineer is built correctly so that I can put down a turret, because they probably don't start with a turret. And this one guy probably has that one guy I was going to say probably has a tactical insertion. This guy's clearly been playing for a while. His battle rank's 100. He has a crap ton of different skins. So
We can still win this.
and we can't spawn there. So we're gonna have to run all the way back over there again. And we got people like this just sitting there. But he's probably building his characters. Still annoying though, because you should do that in like the very beginning maybe. Which is what I need to go back and do. Now by the time we get over there, they're gonna already have everything set up again. They're gonna have another turret, they're gonna have it captured, all that stuff that we already undid. And what they're probably doing they're already here. Yeah, I was gonna say what they're probably doing is they're setting up here so that as soon as that one captures, they can start capturing it. So we need to prevent that, but we can't take a tank on foot. But yeah, I guess that's going to be it for this one, guys. For those of you who stopped by, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. But we've been going at it for like 2 hours. I am going to respawn back at like the main base. I'm going to set up all my classes and everything. In fact, the next time that we get on, because I already have the level 39 who's already set up and he has better weapons anyway, I might just switch back to him, but I wanted to kind of go over how the game works, and I wanted to also kind of refresh myself because I don't remember any of this stuff. But basically what we need to do is we need to zoom out. We'll go back to the very starter area, which is right here, and then we can do respawn here. And I'll go and I'll set up all my classes and everything. But like I said, thank you guys for joining me. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you put it down in the comment section for anyone watching this after the fact. If you are watching after the fact, don't forget, like I said, to anyone who's in here now, subscribe, like the channel, well, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you guys would not mind, also hit that notification bell icon. It will let you guys know every time that I go live, which I have been doing daily for the most part, every day except Sundays, so 6 days a week. And then I have videos going up at least once a day at 7 a.m. Keep in mind those times are Central Standard Time in the US because I am in Texas. And those are the times that currently work best for me. I didn't do this one at 5 p.m. today, but that's normally what time I've been going live. I did 2 lives today though. I went live at, I want to say like 10 a.m. this morning, maybe a little bit later. Honestly, I don't remember when it was. And then we did the one today or just now that we started 2 hours ago, so like 8 p.m. But I am going to try to keep it at 5 p.m. and then other lives will just be kind of random. I don't have anything that I'm currently streaming that's going to be like a set time every single day. Right now I am following the story in Generation 0, but I have been switching games, as you guys can tell, because this would normally be the time that I would be streaming that. So thanks again for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next video.